Have you ever heard of the artist Sean Paul?
I have heard of Sean Paul.
Jamaican dancehall reggae artist.
Yeah.
So he has many great tunes.
Give me his favourite one I would know.
Oh, give me the light.
No, I don't know that one. Okay, but go on.
Like glue.
Okay.
So anyway, in one of his intros, he says, "The girl them skillachi." Right?
The girl like the skillachi.
He says, the girl them skillachi.
Right, what does that mean?
He's saying that he is like, when it comes to getting ladies, he's skillachi of that game.
Oh, I see.
So skillachi gets a name drop in Sean Paul. The girl them skillachi. Yeah. Shut up, Paul.
Do you know what I was? Like when Moisey gets the name check from my man, the Croydon master. What's his name? Come on, Alan. Think of his name. Stormzy. He drops David Moyes' name in, didn't he?
Does he?
Yeah, one of his songs. Moyes gets a mention. He does. And I was like so jealous. I was like, come on, big man.
We have to put parts in the lyrics. So we got two songs for you there. First song, Hungry Like the Wolf from Duran Duran.
Nessendormer
From Pavarotti.
1990. Was it 1990?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's your two clues. Text your answer to 81089 and see if you've got it already. So a bad weekend for the city of Manchester. Man United 2, Forest 3.
Wow.
Nightmare for Onana. And Dan Ashworth leaves the club after only 5 months.
Yeah.
Pards, what's going on?
Well, it's a little bit like the Labour government, isn't it, Jim Ratcliffe's reign? He's come in there with all hopes, we're all hoping it's all going to be great, and it's all kind of going a bit sour. There are protests about the price rise hikes that he's done. And now suddenly, this guy that he's headhunted only 5 months ago is suddenly leaving the football club. Now, Dan Ashworth, if you're going to ask any senior football person who's been in the game in the last sort of 10 years about Dan Ashworth, you can only say one thing: he's an honourable, good guy.
Okay.
He's a good person, right? So
you've got first-hand
that's
experience.
Alarm bells for me. He's a good person. Now, you could look at the transfer window. Okay, you never know at a football club who's actually making the decisions. Now, whether it's fallout over the transfers, I don't know. Or was it over that result that reflected on the transfers? I have no idea. We're just guessing. Was it Ten Hag keeping him in the summer? Was that Dan Ashworth? I don't know. What I do know is he's a round, proper citizen of football. And him leaving, I don't think that's a good sign. I really don't. And, I'm a big fan, as you know, of Amorim. And it was a tough weekend for him.
Yeah.
It was a tough weekend. I mean, Forest did the job on them.
Well, let's go over to a friend of the show who was at the game yesterday. You know who it's going to be, didn't you, when it comes to Man United?
Yep.
It's only going to be Adam. How are we, Ad?
What's happening, gents? What's happening?
Oh, bad weekend for me as well, mate. So we can have therapy together.
We can. We've got to start our own podcast therapy, you and I.
Oh, mate.
They call us only from Spurs and United fans.
Yeah, right now, it really is that. And, well, Newcastle fans can join us as well. 11th, 12th, 13th. Man United, Newcastle and Spurs, all supposed to be top 4 contenders. I know what's going wrong at my club. What's going wrong at yours? Where's the new manager bounce, for one?
You know what? Clearly, they don't know. The club doesn't know what's going on themselves. They're hiring and firing like it's willy-nilly. They've made it so. We want Dan Ashworth. We want Dan Ashworth. They made it clear. All of a sudden, he's not working out. It's like, what's going on? If they can't get things fixed internally, in-house, then nothing's ever going to be right at a football playing level, because the foundation is horrible. Nothing's going on. Like it's. I was actually surprised so much that Dan Ashworth left. I would love to know what actually happened.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a topic conversation, all this week, particularly on this channel. talkSPORT will be all over that, because it's such a strange move. It can't just be a falling out over personalities. You got to put that to one side. I fell out plenty of times with CEOs and owners of football clubs. You just got to get on. You just professional. You just get on with the business. So, it must have been something a lot more serious than that.
To be honest, we're such a mess at the moment, and I just want to see Ruben just see out the rest of the season, let him work with what he's got, and then at least in the summer, let's employ someone who can actually get rid of these guys. If we can make half the money back on most of the players that we've bought over the last few seasons,
Half.
and not even half, not even half's a long shot, because at this rate, I wouldn't pay £20 for Anthony, let alone 20 million. You know what I mean?
The squad is a problem. You know, the new guy. Unfortunately, Van Nistelrooy gets the bounce of a new manager coming in and a bit of euphoria. Yeah. So, you know, he's had to come in after the bounce. And I had a similar thing at West Ham when I had to wait to come in, and Trevor Brooking had the team. And, you know, you miss that bounce part of it. And he has. But, you know, you look at his team, he must, you know, he changed the defenders yesterday, and obviously Gary, it was all over that Neville, you know, about the changes he's made and this and that, but he's just trying to find some answers. I mean, it's hard to find an answer for that football club. They still, I keep going on about it, their goal difference was minus last year. There's just +1 this year. That's it.
You know what it is though, Matt, Mr. Pardew? It's not even like he's come in during pre-season where he's had a chance to know the squad and know the play. He's come in and he's literally had to hit the ground running at 40 miles an hour, and he's learning on the job. And sadly, he's learning at a coliseum, you know, of a footballing club. So
institution.
And he actually he done an interview for your one of your MUTV or whatever this week, which I watched. And they said to him, you know, what's the biggest difference between the Portuguese league and the Premier League? And he said the media. He didn't even hesitate. He just said, like, it's just a different ball game in terms of the focus and the attention and the spotlight is just enormous at Man United.
It's always going to be there. Matt, how's the weight loss journey going, by the way?
Oh, very well, thank you, my friend. I've been in Dubai for the last week. I don't know if you follow me on socials.
Go on, drop your name in. Drop the name in. Go on.
Who was you there to see, Madge? Come on, let us know.
No, he's going to tell you. Go on.
I was training in the desert with Ant Middleton, you know, from SAS, He Who Dares Wins.
He's just dropping names left, right and centre today.
And then
you vlogged it.
We've got it. And then Saturday I was training with a former Olympian, a friend of mine, Sarah Lindsay, who's a former GB skater in the Winter Olympics.
Wow.
And she put me through my paces as well. So big shout to Sarah and to Ant. So it's going really well, mate. I think the last weigh-in, and that was before I went to Dubai, was about 2.5 stone so far. So if you are watching on YouTube,
outstanding.
If you are watching on YouTube, hopefully every week you can see a little difference.
You know what we got to do? We got to celebrate Madge, because Madge, you know what? You see you on the radio. I'll be honest. You're a champion at this game, yeah. talkSPORT are that they don't even realise what they got. I think we got to do a little trend, yeah. We got to do a
Let's sell him. Let's get his transfer fee up, Ed. We'll get him on the list.
Yeah, for all the talkSPORT listeners now that are listening, yeah, I think everyone at like 8:45, you should make a video of you clapping, so we can all clap for Madge, and then we make a trend in it, so you can see how motivated, how much we're behind you, Madge. All the talkSPORT listeners.
Oh, and that's nice very kind, and lovely words to hear on a Sunday evening.
There you go. That's cheered him up, the old Spurs fan.
It definitely has.
On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app, and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.